nigga, that was just really my room. Like, I didn't set my room up for a music video shoot that day. I literally just told homie to come, right? And then once he got there, was like, all right, bet we're gonna shoot a scene in my room. And I didn't clean it. I mean, I did know the name of the song was Sleazy, and I did know like the concept was gonna be just like go with the flow. But I didn't really think that he was gonna be in my room like that, bruh. For him to zoom in close up on that little dresser and see the fact, you feel me? Like a Cheeto and a rubber and a roach. That's how I woke up. And honestly, this is very indicative of how I was living in college, dog. Senior year, roll over, light something. I go into the studio for like an hour before class, and then I come back and I light some, and I be in the studio. And so again, I just gotta say a shout out and a thank you to the people who actually did show up. And actually, I gotta say a thank you to the people who showed up and are in the video. We got the homie Clay, we got the homie Lemmy, we got the homie Party, and I actually gotta shout out Sierra Boyd, Miss Frisk Me Good, and I don't remember who her homegirl was, but they did show up. And I also got to shout out Zaria Alicia. I'm sorry if I said it wrong, Zari. Zari, she showed up. She did her big one. And Party and all the homies showed up. And Sierra and her homegirl tried to show up. But you already know how women do, dog. Literally, we sitting in the studio afterward like, dang, dog, I'm tired. We get a, who's that? In walk Sierra and in walk her friend. Are we ready for the video? We were like, dog, the videographer left like probably like 20 minutes ago. Like, we actually tried to get that nigga to wait and hold out so we could get another scene with more people in it. And so I appreciate everybody who showed up and like just believe in the vision and supporting the vision. So even if they wasn't in it, it's like I wasn't paying nobody to be there, dog. Other than the videographer, he's the only person who got paid. I'm killing shit for no reason. I'm the best, baby, believe me. Hey, fucking your bitch, let's get my wrist. Easy. I'm fresh as a bitch. I woke up like Wiz with a joint in my fist. Easy. These niggas out here, they be talking. Like, not the Dollar Tree bag on the door. Literally, Sleazy, bro. None of that was planned. The videographer had jokes. He did that shit on purpose. That shit, yeah, they talking that shit. And I just thought about it. I'm over here saying thank you to the people who came. I forgot Bayhouse was even in the music video. I forgot Bayhouse was in this boy, dog. And then the dude who just dapped up Party. No reason. I don't remember who he is. Yes, baby, believe me. Yo, Bam Bam! That was my bit. Nah. I hate to go back. I'm killing shit for no reason. I'll show you. That little piece of paraphernalia right there, that was my baby. That nigga name was Bam Bam. You could put a whole wood in that bowl, bruh. Put a whole wood in that bowl. When I first got him, the first 5, 6, 7, maybe even 10 times, I did not finish it. A nigga would be sitting there, I be doing something. I'm a working stoner. You feel me? I be doing stuff, right? And so I sit down, I get ready to get on the computer, boom, boom, hit it once, hit it twice. I start dying, right? Because like I said, it's big old bowl. Probably hit it like maybe 3 times. You can't keep hitting it because it hurts. It's so much smoke, right? And so you sit it down so you can clear your throat, take some coughs, haha, whatever. Next thing you know, it's been 30 minutes and you look down and it's still full. That's what happened to me the first at least 5 times. It took me at least 5 times to even get close to finishing it because I would sit it down and then look over and be like, oh, snap, let me get back to it. And then look over and be like, yo, this is still over halfway. Next thing you know, it's time for bed. I was like, dang, man. And I don't like pieces. That's the whole reason I was so excited when I seen that just now because I'm not for it. I'd much rather just roll something up. You feel me? Or unless it's you feel me? Unless it's a water pipe, I'll take a water pipe. But even then, I didn't want one. I never wanted one. And so finally, when I bought one, It was that, because I looked at it and I said, I smoke L's. I could put the whole L in here. All right, I'll do it. Man, that was my baby. And that burnt ass grass, I honestly, it pissed me off once I saw what it looked like. And I'm like, bro, why did we take this shot in this burnt ass grass like that? But then other people see the shot and they're like, yo, that's a dope shot. Oh, it's a cool shot. And I'm like, bro, the grass is burnt as hell. I didn't want to complain because I had a partner on this, and my partner fucked with the whole visual in the video. So I'm like, I'm not going to rain on his parade, but I really want to smack the videographer for including this trash ass grass.
That shit, they be talking that shit, knowing that they do not want to get hit. Acting so tough, but be weak as a bitch. Say my new bitch look just like
Zari is so pretty. Zari is so beautiful. I just had to say that.
a brick. And my old bitch look just like a model. We going for throttle, be popping them bottles, making her say like she Nelly Furtado. Made my D-Rose, but she not from Chicago. Way that she ride like she whipping the Tahoe, making it hot like we are in the Congo. Meet at my crib, but we go to a condo. Play with that pussy like playing the banjo. Wearing my chain, she watching the Django, shooting the shit like my name was Django. Fresh from the jungle, I should wear a muzzle. Respect on my hustle, hard work and muscle.
I'm not gonna lie, Zari got on my head for that one. Oh, you see how she was laying in my bed and like she did like a little finger roll. So Zari was in my other music video before I was getting, you feel me, professional videographers. And so in this one, she was like, you need to control your set. You need to know what's happening, because I didn't know what we were going to do. The videographer like gave her all her direction and instruction, and never at any point in time did I check in and make sure that she was okay with none of it, right? And so afterwards, she was like, bro, I'm a professional actress. I did not sign up to be a video vixen. And I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't know what he was going to have you do. Like, it was like, ain't nobody asked you to bust it open and shake nothing. I'm sorry. Damn. But yeah, she was pissed. She was pissed. I'm sorry, Ari. I did apologize even in the moment. The video came out fire. Look, Bayhos was over there on the part where I said, "And my new bitch." Like,
I'm fresh as a bitch. I woke up like Wiz with a joint in my fist. These niggas out here, they be talking that shit. Yeah, they talking that shit. I'm killing shit for no reason. I'm the best, baby, believe me. Hey, fucking your bitch, like flicking my wrist. Pull up and whip it, she hopping right in. Swag is on 10 and she better than sin.
And so this is again how you know I was a newbie with this. You know how like on movies and music videos and stuff, it'll put up like a preview or like just like a line that says like, this is all props, none of this is real. Like, I wish that none of that was real, bruh. Every time you see something being lit or being hit, it was new, it was fresh. I literally had pre-rolled, and then I started pre-rolling during this like filming in order not to run out, right? When I tell you, once we finished this video, I had gone through like 8-9 different things that was rolled, and we shot in my bedroom, in my living room, in my kitchen, in my studio, and in my front yard. So none of the locations took more than 2 minutes to get to. Every single location got blowed down in at least 2-3 times. And I was the only person who was smacking everything as it went around. And we got that bottle of fucking champagne. It ain't no special champagne, nothing. And this kid on my left, on the right, dude with the big hair, I don't even remember who he is. But like that champagne, bruh, oh my God. Mixed with all those J's, oh my God. Mixed with the like nerves and the anxiety and the adrenaline of knowing I'm having a professional music video shot, bruh. I was so tired once he left. I was ready. It was only like 6 o'clock. I'm pretty sure I went to sleep at like 8:30 that night.
I did. Swag is on 10 and she better than sin. Sex is so good, make it tell all her friends. Smoking, we sleeping, go at it again. Always on point like I wasn't in pen. Calling them gym cause their chances is slim. Burning it up, then I'm gone in the wind. I be booming and zooming. Bitches out here. know they be choosing. Smoking on L, but don't do no losing. Switching the lanes, gotta stay crisp.
Niggas was in that bitch dabbing hard as hell, boy. Dabbing hard as hell, boy. Niggas was in there dabbing for their life, bruh. That's when the dab was still hot.
I be booming and zooming. Bitches out here, know they be choosing.
Hey!
Don't do no losing. Switching the lanes, gotta stay cruising. But keep in control. I blow by the O. Stay in my zone. Bitch, nigga, leave me alone.
But even then, looking at this right here, like nobody can say that I have not always been my own dresser. Like, who was wearing cardigans like this? It's 2016, bruh. You see, I'm in the middle of a cornfield. Nobody in this video, niggas is wearing t-shirts. Everybody else is wearing t-shirts and hoodies, bruh. Where did I pop off at with the cardi? Like, been dressing different. Look, you got some super glue, a rubber, and a Cheeto. I don't even eat Cheetos. So how that was sitting on my nightstand, I don't even know. But none of that was planned, bruh. It was just already sitting there. And then the videographer was like, hey, bring the bottle in here real quick. I want to do a shot where it's like you just crawl out of bed like this. And I was like, wait, what?
These niggas out here, they be talking that shit. Yeah, they talking that shit. I'm killing shit for no reason.
But like this kid right here, I don't even remember his name. I'm trying to remember how I know him. Like, who do I know him from? I can't remember for the life of me. I remember having some sessions with him. I remember having some sessions, but I cannot remember where they were, who they was with, none of that. Yo, actually, I think I just remembered who I met him through, but I don't remember his name. I think I met him through dude we used to call Jesus. That's crazy. Lord, forgive me for being so blasphemous.
I'm the best, baby, believe me. Hey, fucking your bitch, like flicking my wrist. Easy. I'm fresh as a bitch. I woke up like Wiz with a joint.
But yeah, he had Zari do that close up on my chest. She was like, I didn't sign up to come here and be one of your little video vixens and act like a hoe. My bad, man. I didn't know that he was about to have you be one of my video vixens. And I didn't know that you felt like I had you acting like a hoe because you grabbed my titty. I was sorry. Honestly, the more I think about it, I feel kind of bad because like that was one of the last real conversations we had. Granted, she also graduated that year. So I don't know. Look, Zari, it was no offense. I'm sorry. It was all love. I appreciate you for still being in it. You're still a beautiful person inside and out.
In my fist. These niggas out here, they be talking that shit. Yeah, they talking that shit. I'm killing shit for no reason. I'm the best, baby, believe me.
And the craziest thing about this whole thing is this is one of the first instrumentals that I bought the exclusive rights to and that I had a full professional video to. This single was aired on radio nationally, dog. Multiple radio stations throughout the US have aired that song. And it's been on fucking TV. I still had tags. I still had the song tags. That's how you know I was on trash sometimes, bro. And it's really just because when I recorded the song originally, I didn't buy nothing. The song started off as a joke. This song right here is like today, it's still possibly my most popular song. Every time I play this song, I hear positive feedback, positive reviews, like, and so this song started off literally as a joke. As a joke. I worked at a restaurant with a teenage kid, man. And I told him, I said, bro, he was telling me, I just want to listen to music that I can listen to like before a game so I could warm up, or stuff that I could party to, or songs that I could, you feel me, get busy with my girlfriend to. And I said, bro, if that's the only reason you listen to music, you know how easy it is for me to make a song for you? And so I literally, while we was still at work, I just looked at him and I was like, wow, bro. fucking yo bitches like flicking my wrist. Like he's like 16, 17. So I'm literally just talking shit to my young as hell coworker. Like, nigga, fucking yo bitch is easy. This is easy as flicking my wrist. I said, fucking yo bitch is like flicking my wrist, bruh. He's like, bro, what? Easy. And I walked away. And then I came back and I was like, because he had just started smoking bud. He was only 17. He's still in high school. It was like, yeah. I woke up like Wiz with a joint in my fist. Sleazy, because Wiz Khalifa had the song Sleazy when I was in high school, right? And so I'm just like thinking, I walked about the bed, did it with ease, did it with sleaze. And so I'm just talking shit to this young kid, bro. And so I said, yo, bitch, like flicking my wrist, easy. I woke up like Wiz with a joint in my fist, sleazy. And then I said, you be talking, bro. You be talking that shit, but you ain't saying nothing. You just teasing. I'm killing shit for no reason. Man, I'm the best. I wish you would believe it. And then I just started laughing. And I said, bro, everything that I just said to you over the course of the last 4 minutes, 5 minutes, because I was just dropping one-liners on them and just walking away. You feel me? And I was like, bro, I can make a song out of what I just said to you. He was like, yeah, right. I was like, bet. I went home. I got off work that night. I went straight to the booth. And I'm not gonna lie, I started watching some Skip It or Flip It videos. I watched some Skip It. This is how you know this was old, man. I'm putting a date on it, bro. I watched some Skip It or Flip It shit. And then I was like, bro, I'm about to make a song. And I made this song. And I played it for him the next day. He said, that shit hard, bro. Then I played it for my roommate. He said, bro, that shit hard, bro. And I played it for like 2 more people. And they was like, bro, that shit hard. I like that song. And so I'm just laughing now, like, bro, everybody likes this song. Well, I guess I should do something with it. This song ended up getting me a distribution deal with the subsidiary of Universal, and it started as a fucking joke. It started as a joke. But the funniest thing about it all is after I had this song, I made a whole project called Trap Diesel, and I tried to remake this same song 1 million times. Not 1 million, but like probably like 12 times. I tried to make the same song. And I won't say I tried to because I kind of succeeded, where I ended up having an EP. And it was, let me see. I'll just show you real quick. So Trap Diesel is a 2017 hip hop EP by the artist Chuck Diesel. It features 5 songs, and the album was released by Top Notch Music. Top Notch's record label that's a subsidiary of Universal. And that was my first EP, right? My physicals came out. It was available in Best Buy. It was available in Walmart, Target, all of that good shit. I had homies buying physicals off of Amazon. And so it's real crazy to think that I'm young enough to see the digital age, have all of my music digital, but I was still a part of the physical wave of shit. Like I still had physical sales that were being tracked, bro. That's so crazy to think about now, especially because nigga ain't nothing happened from this, bro. Ain't nothing really happened from this. Like pretty much these niggas got me to sign my life over to them for about 4 years, and we didn't do shit. Because the owner of the label wanted me to sign over my publishing to him. And I had already registered everything. And so we ended up coming to a little bit of an impasse of a conversation after I said I don't need none of that. And so they pretty much continued with the rollout, but there was no marketing, no promotion, no performances, nothing to go along with it. Where pretty much this nigga signed me to the label and he says, sink or swim. If you swim, I get a cut. If you sink, try again in 4 years. And that's essentially what fucking happened. And I'm not mad about it, but like I had momentum and I had some trajectory. Like I said, I had been on national radio. I had worked with Steve Sola. I had worked with Young Thug's engineer. And when Young Thug was like, you feel me? This was like prime Young Thug. We talking 2017. And so it's like I had so many opportunities that I could have leveraged by being able to work with other people. And my dumb ass signed the first contract and the first piece of paper from the first person who told me he worked with a major label who was interested in me. The reason he was interested is because he could see the vision and he could hear the quality of the sound. the nigga was not trying to work. He was trying to take ownership of something that had potential. And that's what a lot of artists need to understand. Whereas, like, yes, labels exist. Yes, labels can step in. Yes, labels may. Yes, they might. They will step in. But why? What is their reason for stepping in? If their reason is their reason solely to promote good music or to further your career, 9 times out of 10, fuck no. Their reason is because they can see money. They can see a monetary return off of this investment. And so I was calling, the name of my project was Trap Diesel. You feel me? My nigga already knew. He was like, oh, so you trapping. You feel me? And at that point in time, I was still in school. But yeah, I was flipping a little bit. So it was like, nigga, I got $1,200. Let's see what you can do with it, right? So I literally was just calling him like, all right, bro, I want to do some promo. I want to do some marketing. He said, what you want to do? I was like, I want to do this. He's like, all right, it's going to be 400. All right, send the bread. All right, that's going to be 800. All right, send the bread. So it's like the first 3 times I ever called him, he asked me for some money or he told me a charge or a cost, and I spent that shit. So by the 4th time I talked to him, he was like, I like your style and I like your song. You got more songs like this? And so I sent him every song I had to date, probably like 35 finished songs, and he picked his favorite 5. 3 out of the 5 was songs I had recorded, mixed, and mastered myself in my fucking closet. So even though the deal didn't take me to the next level or the next height, it was exactly what I needed to give me the confidence to know that this game really is possible to be conquered without 1,000,005 people or $1,000,005. Because literally it was me, myself, my brain, and my bedroom in college in this small ass town in Ohio, so far removed from the music industry that if I tell people the name of the city I'm from, they have no clue it exists. And this is even with people who live in the same place that I'm from, right? But little old me in my back room got the interest of a record label executive in California because I believed in myself, dog. And not only that, I took the necessary steps. By the time he was talking to me, I already had multiple singles, I already had multiple songs that I owned the rights to. I had already registered as a publisher on ASCAP and as an artist, right? So I was already documenting my publishing, and I had established my LLC for my record label. So by the time I had a record label even talking to me, I already knew part of what it was that a record label was supposed to be in charge of and in control of. So he could already see, like, this kid, I don't know if he even knew how old I was by the time he offered me the deal. On God, I don't think we had even talked about that. But he could see, 1, he's willing to put his money up. 2, he's already prepared with multiple pieces of work. He owns the rights to them. He's already registered. Like, I was taking all the necessary steps. All he had to do was help me promote the motherfucker and turn it into money. Of course, he'll take that chance. He didn't have to produce nothing. He didn't have to edit nothing. He didn't have to set me up with no studio time, nothing. I was my own studio time. Like, and then the songs that he picked, 50% of this, over 50% of the songs that he picked were songs that only involved me after I paid the engine or paid the producer for the beat. And I had already bought all the rights to the music. So it's like, this was the most beautiful setup he could have ever asked for. Someone who didn't have to hold their hand, someone who was willing to put the money down, and someone who already had material that needed to be pushed. I was fucking a sucker. I was a sucker. This nigga pulled the wrapper off that bit, and I sat on the shelf for 3+ years. I'm not mad. Because during that time, I had the confidence of knowing I can do this again and again and again. And not only can I do it for me, but I can do it for other people because it's the quality of the music that got their attention first. And then it was the preparation of the artists that kept their attention. So I can just better my prep and help other artists better their prep and be prepared for when they do have the conversation with the major label. And so they know what it is the label's looking at, looking for, and looking to do before you get in the room with them, and now you look like a jackass because you're unprepared. I looked like a jackass to myself because I was unprepared for what came next with them. I looked like a fucking star to them because I was so prepared with what it was that I wanted and where I was going next. But I fell off because once I got someone involved who was a part of a big label, I just assumed they had my best interests at heart. This nigga didn't give a fuck what happened to me. It didn't pay him no never mind because he had put no money in. He had put no money, time, nothing down. He had just found a nice song, and he found somebody who was willing to put the money behind the song, who was also willing to split the profits from said song. He won. I would have done all the groundwork, all the legwork, everything in my possible capabilities in order to make this shit pop. It wasn't until they started giving me the runaround after we had the conversation about publishing, where he called. He was like, all right, bet we got the song, we got the track list finalized. Now we need to go ahead and get everything ready so we can get the publishing administered. I said, what do you mean? He said, we got to get the copyright and the publishing down. I said, no, you don't. He said, well, why don't I? I said, because it's already done. What do you mean it's already done? So I was already prepared to release this body of work and release this project. I've already handled the copyrights. I've already handled the publishing. I've already handled the sound scan. I've already handled the sound exchange. Like, I've already copyrighted it with the U.S. Attorney's Office. Like, I own it. The only thing that needs to happen is it needs to get administered to the people. Man, we had 2 more conversations where he acted like we had never had that conversation, and he kind of just reiterated the fact that we needed to go over the publishing. And then after he really understood, like, this little nigga is not coming off of his publishing, everything just started taking way too fucking long. Everything. It's like it took over a year just for the project to come out. Whatever. I'm not gonna harp on it. My feelings still get kind of hurt. Shit pissed me off. Really hurt my feelings once I realized like this whole project is low key like ass now. Is like if I do anything with that project or those songs, it's liable to benefit him. So it's like, damn, bruh. Before I break my neck to support another man's pockets, I might as well just recreate that whole project, which means just make some better music. Because the whole project was predicated off of the fucking joke of an idea of making a song to make fun of a 17-year-old teenager and the type of music he listened to. And so I took that joke, ran with it once people told me they liked the song, and I tried to recreate that sound, recreate that vibe, recreate that idea again and again and again and again. And I ended up being successful enough to make 5 songs that could live in that world. But it didn't suit me because it wasn't anything I wanted to talk about, anything I cared about. It didn't further my flow for my own sound. It made me be able to listen to what was hot, listen to what's popping, listen to popular music, listen to other music, and be able to adapt it and build songs around it. So it built my artistry, but it didn't build my artistry in the sense of building my art. Right? It helped me be able to mimic and mirror other people's stuff, which is cool because it cuts down the time between making something and making something that like relates or something that resonates or something that sticks. Because if you can make 1,000,005 songs. If nobody else likes the songs, it does not fucking matter. Other people have to like the music. And so that's one thing I learned is how to take elements of already co-signed songs, already popular songs, already agreed upon songs, and incorporate that into my own shit, into my own style, and into my own sound. That was the biggest thing that I learned throughout my Trap Diesel days. And to not do something because someone else tells you that they think is in your best interest. Is like I said, I had a partner at the time, and my partner had helped me put some money up in order to buy the master rights for some of the beats. Dog, I was spending $800 on a beat, $600 for the beat. And I'm saying that because niggas will act like $75 is a lot or $100 is too much, or like people are tripping by asking for $500 for a beat. Bruh, do you think Timbaland is charging less than that? Like, what are we talking about? How much do you think Pharrell is charging somebody to make a beat, bruh? And so people just make my balls itch when they get stingy or just feel, I don't know, when people get defensive and offended when they find out that professional music services and quality services cost. Nobody's trying to tax you, wax you, break your bank, your pockets, none of that. If it's a lot of money, say it's a lot of money. That just means you can't afford it. That's it. And I'm not saying this as a nigga with an unlimited amount of money. That's why you see me sitting in the seat that I'm in right now, nigga. Because once I started realizing how much money it was going to take in order to fund a successful music career, I said, all right, bet, nigga, you got some learning to do. Because For my, all right, I'm gonna just put it like this. For my first EP was all of 4 or 5 songs. Let's just say, for the sake of easy math, it was only 4 songs. It was only 4 songs, and the beats only cost me, will be like $50 a beat, right? And so that's $200 before I even put any lyrics down, right? My studio session was $800. So that right there is $1,200. The first time I wanted to put music out into the world professionally, before I even had the music done, I had already spent $1,200, right? After I recorded the songs, I had to pay another, I believe it was $150 for the mix and $75 for the master. So that's another $225 per song. So that's what? $225 is $450. That's $900. That's $1,700. Wait, no, 900 plus 1,200. That's $2,000 plus dollars, $2,100, and the project still was not out. Before I put it out, I decided I wanted to get some music videos. So the music videos was $150 per music video. So we had $2,100 to record and buy the rights to it, and another $600 to shoot the music videos. That is $2,700, bruh. Do you know how much money I made back off of that project? I did a performance, and it probably paid out from the shows and like the ticket sales, probably around $200 or $300, and then I had to pay the DJ. So I probably made about $200 off that project, $150 off that project, man. I didn't want to quit. You see, I still didn't quit. We still sitting here today, but I learned very quickly. Okay, instead of paying $800 for a recording session, I'm going to go spend that same $2,700 again, but this time I'm going to buy my own setup. And instead of paying for each individual studio session, now I just have to pay $200 per song. And then I just started doing that. I just started sending songs out and getting them mixed and mastered. And in the meantime, I was learning how to record myself. After about 8 months, I was able to produce hit and miss records. It was like 1 of every 5 would sound right or good or finished. But that was better than none, because now is 1 in every 5. I'm just stacking them up, stacking them up, stacking them up. By the time I'm talking to the label, I've gotten nice enough to have made some that was questionable. Like I said, my first EP, I sent dude 35 songs. He picked his favorite 5. 3 out of the 5 were produced by me in my fucking closet. I just took the time to get good, and I cut down my expenses from $2,700. It still was a cool like $600 for the music video for one. It went from $600 for 4 videos to $600 for 1 video. So it's like, even as I was breaking shit down and leveling up, the prices was still about the same. Like, long story short, stop trying to penny pinch on your art. If this is your passion, if this is really what you want to be your job, your career, you really believe this can take you far, this can take you all the way, stop motherfucking penny pinching. And if you are going to penny pinch, please get creative. Get some more ideas. Stop expecting people to be willing to accept less than what they're worth or what they charge because you want something done. Make a reason that you're worth it. Make yourself useful. Some type of trade. Like, I'm going to say this. So I learned how to shoot music videos. I learned how to edit music videos. I learned how to take pictures, right? Now, from time to time, I work alongside videographers, and I take either a discounted pay rate or no pay. And in turn, they'll shoot my music videos at a discounted rate or for free. You have to come up with ways to make this shit work, bruh. And that's with anything you want in life, bruh. So it's like, for artists who say they can't get quality music videos, why not? I just showed you I shot a music video on 4K quality on my iPhone. For people who are saying they don't have the money to go into the studio, why not? You just spent $100 on dinner. Like, you can record a poopy ass song at home for free and then pay a nigga $75 to make it sound better. pay a nigga $100 to make it sound better. I don't want to pay $100 for one song when I'm not sure I'm going to make that $100 back. I could tell you damn sure not about to make that $100 back if you go spend it at the bar, if you go spend it in the mall, if you go spend it at a restaurant. You're going to eat it. You're going to wear it. You might even wear it and lose it. You might wear it and it gets stolen. Long story short is the only return you're getting is looking at yourself knowing you're wearing a $100 item, when you could actually be investing into your business and making a piece of art that will live forever, that you could possibly sell to someone else, that you could possibly repurpose for something else. Like, now I get it. I get it. Like Drake said, I get it. The shit's expensive, but there are ways to work around it. You feel me? Do you know how many of my own music videos I've shot at this point? Do you know how many of my own music videos I shot in the conquest of learning how to use a camera and learning how to frame a shot and learning how to edit? I probably edited at least 5 of my own music videos before I ever did any edits for anybody else's music videos. But by the time I was editing other people's music videos, I had some idea of how the software worked, and it took me half as much time as it did for the first one I did for myself. Just get fucking started, man. Just get started. I believe in you. I believe in all of us. I think you can do it. I think you can go far. You just got to get started, man. Just get started. Please, everybody, just get started. If there's something you want to do, something on your heart, something in your mind, just start. Just start. And if it's hard at first, don't quit. Just figure out ways to make it more feasible, make it more easy, make it more bite-sized, more actionable, break it down into pieces. You feel me? It's like, that's all I've done with everything that I do. Now I'm sitting here in the fucking recording studio after having a recording session with another artist who's in a similar position as I was when I was walking down these steps with Zari. Still figuring it out, still putting the pieces together. And it was like, I'm not going to lie to nobody and tell them that I have the whole pie figured out, because if I did, they'd be like, why aren't you famous? And that's the thing, bro. This game is not for the weak. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for those who aren't willing to put their money where their motherfucking mouth is, or find somebody who's willing to do it for them. It's as simple as that. Unless you go viral. But even that, most people who go viral have been doing what they're doing for a period of time before they finally went viral. And say anybody who's made it to celebrity status, for the most part, there's some exceptions. Blueface, you feel me? One of his first songs ever kind of went viral. There's those exceptions. But most of the people who you see in the positions that you wish you were in have been working to get there for at least 10 years.